Hello, hello. Couldn't see myself there.
Hey,
Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to the TEFL Taster Masterclass. Let me just change my view here. How are you doing, Andy?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to see a few people here already.
Nice. Nice. Do you recognize some people here?
I recognize a few names, yes. Yeah.
Nice one. So we got Thomas, Elena, Alex, and Amy. And yes, that's all we have right now. Oh, no, we have Stephanie's coming in. I'm going to have to pay attention to people coming in all the time right now because it will not let me take off the waiting room. I think. No, it won't. So welcome, guys. Welcome to this TEFL Taster Masterclass. I am Maitland, and I am the owner of TEFL Heaven. So we send people to teach English abroad. And Andy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Andy. I actually did one of TEFL Heaven's programs a couple of years ago, mainly around Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia, and now I work for TEFL Heaven.
Should do. Awesome stuff. So, guys, this is hopefully going to be an interactive workshop. So I wonder if you guys want to turn your cameras on and meet us. Do you want to do that, or are you going to stay in the shadows? Because this isn't going to work if you stay in the shadows. Whoa, you all switched on at the same time. It was amazing. It was like, you guys are like synchronized. Amazing. Stephanie, nice to see you. Amy, nice to see you. Alex, nice to see you. Thomas, nice one. Awesome stuff. So today we have got some exciting stuff for you. Did any of you guys come on the last masterclass? We did it a couple of weeks ago. So we have Stephanie was here, Alex wasn't, Thomas. He kind of gave like a kind of a nod. I don't know what that means, Thomas, but
I didn't come to the one last week, but the one you did on Facebook, I attended.
That is the one. We've only done one other one. We're not very on the ball right now. So, and Amy, did you come or not? You did. Well, thank you so much, guys. I feel so honored you're coming again. So it shows that we did a good job the first time. Also, I'm going to share the same story. So I'm like, okay, you guys have heard it, but you can hear it all again. Maybe a little bit of extra detail this time. And Ilana, I think you're going to keep your camera off, which is fine. We're going to play a game later. So if you want to switch it on for the game, you can. If you want to just stay in the background, it's fine as well. No pressure. Okay, so just to get to know you guys a little bit, do you want to tell us where you're from?
Should we start with Thomas?
Yeah, sure. I'm Thomas. I'm from South Wales, and just kind of keeping an open mind at the moment as to where I might want to teach and when. So I'm just trying to get all the information I can really about TEFL and teaching abroad. Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks, Thomas. What about yourself, Alex?
Yeah, I'm San Diego, California. Basically grew up here, but I was born in Kansas.
Awesome. I heard that San Diego is 25 degrees Celsius all year round. Is that true?
I don't quite know what that translates to, but it's not 25 today. It's like 60 Fahrenheit's the high. So we're getting into spring.
60, yeah, it's Celsius, Fahrenheit. I'm all over the place there. I don't know what's going on. So more people are coming in. So yeah, I spoke to someone at a conference once, and he said, "I live in San Diego." He sold it to me, and I'm like, "I'm going to live in San Diego one day." 25 degrees all year round, night next to the beach. I just need to convince my wife now. So, Stephanie, where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you can say it too, because I can. Massachusetts. There. Awesome stuff. And you guys, I forgot to ask Alex, where are you looking to teach abroad?
Currently, sites are set in Korea right now.
Awesome. What about yourself, Stephanie?
I'm already on the thing to go to Korea next year.
Nice one. Amy, tell us a bit about yourself. Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you. Now you can talk. Oh, I still can't hear you. Can you hear her?
You're on mute, Amy.
She's not on mute. She's not on mute. I think her mic isn't on or something. And is it Alana or Elena has come to join the party?
Hi, sorry, I couldn't turn my video on for just a second. It's Elena.
Elena, cool. I love her from the Vampire Diaries, so go ahead.
I am currently in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I am just beginning to think about teaching abroad. I've taught for 9 years. And so here's where my journey begins.
Fantastic. Awesome stuff. And somebody did join, but they must have left straight away. Nicolo joined, but she's left. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. This is going to be a little bit of a presentation at the start, not very long though. Then we're going to go into a TEFL Taster Session. So what that means is that we are going to all learn Thai, actually. Now, I am not a fluent speaker of Thai, I have to say that to begin with. I am lower intermediate Thai, but we're going to learn Thai in the style of how you would learn English if you yourselves were a Thai student in an English learning classroom. So that's going to be fun. I've never done it on Zoom before. I've never done it online. I've done it in universities with crowds of people, and it worked really well. I've got my whiteboard here for a point system. Hopefully you guys are going to play along. But let's share a little bit about our journeys first. Oh, hold on. Let me just share the correct screen here. Boom. Okay, and I'll move you guys so I can see it there. Yeah, go. Okay, so this is TEFL Heaven. I love this iconic picture. Every time we ran a course, we tried to do human body fonts. It does actually say TEFL Heaven, by the way, in case you're wondering, what is it? That is on Koh Chang in Thailand. So today we're not going to be talking about hashtag lives, hashtag replays, because we're not on Facebook. So it doesn't get pushed to anybody. We're just on Zoom. But this is a TEFL Taster. And I just want to share a little bit about me. So that is me with looking a lot younger, a lot more specky, and a lot thinner. And when I was in university, I saw an advert that said, if you can speak English, you can teach English. And I took that literally. And so when a girl that I fancied decided to go abroad to teach English, I asked her if I could jump on her flight. She was not interested in me in any way whatsoever. So she was kind of a little bit nervous, but she was of the polite kind that was like, okay, I'll let you come. I said, as long as I get my own job. So 2 weeks later, I was in Thailand. I'd got a job. So I only had 2 weeks of a window, making a decision and then arriving in Thailand. And obviously I didn't pick the right job because this job didn't treat me very well, or the leaders there didn't treat me very well. I had one hour observation of a class of kindergarten kids from the director, who was Thai. And then she turned around to me and said, okay, now you're the teacher for the next 4 hours. And I was like, what the heck? I freaked out. I only had like 2 minutes to prepare to teach. And so it was almost like being chucked in the deep end, learn how to swim. And I can't swim, by the way. So if you chuck me in the deep end, I probably would drown. And yeah, it was horrible. I hated it. And I wasn't very good at it. But what I did for the next 4 hours was I just copied everything that she had done. And I got through that. And then the next 4 days, I managed to get through it. Within 3 weeks, I still hadn't progressed very much. So if you can speak English, you can teach English. No, that's not true. You need some training. And so on the 3rd week, I actually was teaching a class of kindergarten kids, and I was teaching with song. I was singing a rainbow, had some bean bags, and I was just singing red and yellow and pink and green. I was holding up the bean bags, and it was horrible teaching, rubbish. And there was a camera in the classroom, and they reported me to my boss. And so my boss came, and she came to the school that I was at the time, and she sat down and she said, we've had a complaint about you. She was very, very angry, very, very beautiful woman as well, actually. Her name was Pok, which means cute in Thai. And she said, if you don't get better in a week, I'm going to have to ask you to quit, which is a bit weird because she didn't say I was going to fire you. So then I was like, okay, it was a mega emotional experience for me. I really did want to quit, but I didn't want to quit at the same time. I didn't want to give in. So I didn't give in. And then on the Monday, this was the Friday, on the Monday, someone was employed and was observing my classes. And I was like, that's weird because there's no positions. And so they'd already decided to fire me. They were just training that guy for a week, and then they're going to fire me on the Friday. This is all real, guys. My first experience in a foreign country, and this is how I'm being treated. And so on the Friday, I went in and I saw Poke, and she was as beautiful as ever, and a little bit sheepish this time. She wasn't angry, because I think she knew that I knew what was going on. And she said, I'm going to have to ask you to quit. And I was like, well, I'm not going to quit. And so she was like, I'm going to ask you to quit. I'm like, well, I'm not going to quit. So she did actually fire me, but her sister fired me in the evening. Okay. Then later on, I met up with this girl that I fancied. She let her hair down a little bit. And this is me teaching, by the way. I forgot to share that with you. And then we got married. Isn't that a lovely story? And we had 5 kids together. We're still together. These are my kids. They're a little bit older now. I need a family picture. But yeah, we got married in the end, so it was worth the trip, even though it was difficult. But the thing that I learned from that is when I went back to Thailand, we actually got married and went straight back to Thailand. And then I joined an organization that gave me TEFL training. They trained me well, and I finally figured out that I was a good teacher and that I knew how to teach, and all I needed was proper training. Okay, so that's the bit about me. Andy, tell us a bit about you.
Yeah, so for myself, I had no teaching experience, no travel experience in Asia before, so it was a huge move for me. It's a very challenging move for most people. And these are just a few photos from my time teaching in Thailand. But before the program, before the training, I was unsure how you can teach English to students who don't know English, right? So, this is what the training is for. If you have teaching experience, then that's a great head start. But many people who do these programs don't have any teaching experience at all. But there are ways, there's different techniques, strategies, games, activities, and it's easier than you might think as well.
It is a lot easier, and it's a lot of fun as well. I can't believe, if someone actually had just trained me, I would have had such a good time, and it would have been so much easier for me. But nobody trained me. All I got was that 1 hour, which was not sufficient. So going back to Thailand and getting trained and finding out that I actually had a knack for it was just an amazing thing, because if I hadn't went back, I probably would have thought I couldn't teach, basically. So we are now on to the TEFL Taster side of things. So we still got everybody here. We still got everybody here. Okay, so can you guys unmute if you have the power to unmute? And I will explain to you what we are about to do. So now there's different methods for teaching English as a foreign language. The main one that is done throughout Asia is without translation. So they try and help you learn through actions, games, and basically not translating. So you're not meant to use, for example, if you're teaching English in Thailand, you're not meant to use Thai in the classroom. However, I did use Thai in the classroom sometimes just because I could not control the kids. And so I had to basically use Thai to get them to do what I wanted. So that's the only reason that I used Thai. But if my boss found out about it, they probably would have told me off for doing that. So this is normally what I do in a group setting with, I've done it with 40 people before. We now have 3 girls and 2 boys. So I am going to make it boys versus girls, okay? And we're going to be playing a game. Now, in a few minutes, I am not going to speak any English, all right? It's just going to be Thai, because when you're in the English classroom, you're just going to be speaking English. And so the students need to actually understand what they're learning without having the translation method. So this will help you understand and have empathy to what these poor foreign students have to go through, because you're not going to be able to understand what I'm talking about, but you will actually learn. That's the cool thing about this. Okay, so I'm going to draw here. I'll draw here. So from the next 5 seconds, I am not going to speak any English. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.อันนี้ผู้ชาย
ผู้ชาย
Jai.
ผู้ชาย
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 อันนี้ผู้หญิง
Annie Puying.
ผู้หญิง
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 ผู้ชาย
ผู้ชาย
ผู้
ผู้
ชา
ชาย ย
ผู้หญิง
ผู้
ผู้
หญิง
หญิง
เก่งมาก 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 โอเค โอเค ผู้ชายเล่นเกม ผู้หญิงเล่นเกม What am I going to do with this? มือ
Meh.
มือ
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 ตา
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 Da.
ตา
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 Da.
ตา
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 ปากบาง
ปาง
ปาง
ปางบาง
ปาง
ปาง
บางหัว
Hua.
หัว
หัว
หัว หัว
หัว
หัว
หัว
หัว
ตา
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 หัว
หัว
Hua.
มือ
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 ปาก
ปาง
Bang.
บาง
โอเค โอเค Alex อันนี้คืออะไร อันนี้
ตา
เก่งมาก เก่งมาก Alex เก่งมาก ผู้ชายหนึ่ง ผู้ชายหนึ่ง เอมี่ อันนี้คืออะไร อันนี้
หัว
หัวเก่งมาก เก่งมาก เก่งมาก โอเคโทมัส อันนี้
มือ
มือเก่งมากโทมัส ผู้ชายสอง ผู้ชายสอง ผู้หญิงหนึ่ง ผู้ชายสอง ผู้หญิงหนึ่ง อเลนา อันนี้คืออะไร อันนี้
I don't know.
อเลนา
I forgot as well, don't worry.
อเลนาผู้ใหญ่ไหม
I'm sad too.
เอมี่ อันนี้
ดัง
โอ้เอมี่ผิด เอมี่ผิด โทมัส อันนี้
จ้า
เก่งมากโทมัส ตา
ตา
จ้า
ตา
Ah.
ตา
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 หัว
หัว
Hua.
หัว
ปาก
Bang.
ปาง
ปาก
ปา
ปาง ง
ปาน
ปาก
I don't know.
หัว
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 มือ
Meh.
มือ
โอเค เล่นเกม โอเค เล่นเกม ไซมอนพูด เป็นครู พูด ไซมอนพูด มือเด็กๆจักมือเร็วๆใช่ไหมเร็วๆเป็นครูพูดไซมอนพูดจักตาเป็นเด็กจักตาเร็วจักตาโอ้ผู้ชายเก่งมากเก่งมากเข้าใจไหม
เข้าใจ
อันดี้พูดไทยเก่งมาก
นิด
โอ
หน่อ
เค
ย
ครับโอเคครับผู้หญิงผู้ชายไซมอนพูดจักตา
จัตตา
จักตา
จากตา
เร็วจักตาเอ่อผู้ชายผู้ชายเร็วที่สุดผู้ชายเร็วที่สุดไซมอนพูดจักมือ
ไซมอนพูดจักมือ
yeah
จักมือเร็วจักมือ
จัตมา
จักมือ
Okay, we're going to finish there, guys. Well done. I don't know if I could keep that up any longer. Right, so let me ask you some questions about that. By the way, Claire came in the middle of that, and she must be like, what the heck is going on here? Claire, how you doing?
she's on mute.
Hi guys, I'm not too bad. Sorry I'm late. I was running late from work.
That's okay. Just explain what we were doing, Claire, so you don't think that I'm a total crazy. We were teaching Thai in the style of TEFL. Okay, so basically no translation, trying to play a game. So can somebody tell me what they learned? What are some of the words that you learned there? Let me know.
girl and boy.
Say that again, sorry?
Puchai, Puying.
Yeah.
Puchai Puying. So what does it mean? What does Puchai and Puying mean?
Puchai boy, Puying girl, or man or woman, something like that.
That is correct. Yeah, boy and girl. It's actually boys and girls. So Puying is girls or women, and Puchai is boys or men. Ying is one woman, and Chai is like one man. So the Pu makes it plural. Thanks, Elena. See you soon. Elena's gone. So what else did you learn? Alex, what are some words that you learned there?
Me, which is hand.
Yep, that's right. Well done.
And then was it ba, which is the mouth? Is that eyes?
Yeah, you said that really well with a great accent there as well. Well done. So do you see already, like, you've already assumed the accent. You've already, like, instead of reading the word, right? If I wrote this word to you, you probably wouldn't say it correctly because you're trying to read it in English. But by speaking it out to you in Thai, you're just remembering what you heard and what you said. Because that was a great accent you just did there. So it's bag. It's like bag, but the sound is between a P and a B sound. So it's a hard bag. And in Thai, just to teach you a little bit of Thai, in Thai, they don't have any aspiration at the end of their consonants. So if you say like bag, do you know how we say like bag? If you put your hand there, bag, you can feel the breath. But they would say bag. So it would stop dead. It's called a dead consonant. So that's why it sounds weird, because it's not how we speak in English. Bag. It just cuts out straight. Stephanie, do you remember what the word is for eyes? Everyone got stuck in that one. I didn't drill it enough either, did I?
I forgot as well.
Does anyone know? You don't know either.
Is it da?
It is. Who said that? Who said that? Amy.
Me.
It is, right? So it's between a D and a T sound. So it's not exactly D and it's not exactly T. It's a hard T. So it's not aspirated again. So it's da. Da. You pull your jaw down. Da. And then head. What's head? Claire, did you learn anything when you came in? No, just lots of noise. What's the word for head? Who can give me that? Another point. The girls can catch up.
Hua. Hua.
Well done.
Yeah.
4-2 though. 4-2. That's right. Hua. Hua. And what's the word for touch?
Annie.
Annie is this one. Annie, this one is Annie. This one's a hand. Annie, this one's eyes. Okay. But when I played Simon Says, that's when I said it. Do you know what I said? Jack. 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 It's like J-A-K, but it's not really. But that's kind of the sound. It's J-A-K. And then the word for says or speak. Simon says. What did I say? Simon.
I forgot.
Simon Pood. Simon Pood. Simon Pood. So Pood is like says. Yeah, guys, that is it. That is how you learn English because in the style of TEFL, because that is how you learn Thai in the style of TEFL. You'll not be doing any translation. Mind blown? Any questions? No questions. Cool. Was it fun? Or just strange?
It's really stressy.
Was it strange?
Yeah, the competition
Well, you guys
made people
won.
think, I think.
You guys won, so like the stress was a good stress, wasn't it? It was that kind of stress that pushes you forward, you know, makes you win. Maybe
Just strange being back at square one
Yeah.
in a different language.
Yeah, isn't it? And it's a hard language, Thai, as well. It's quite hard. That's why I'm like 15 years into Thailand and I can't really speak it very well. So, okay, well, let's go into the next bit of our presentation. So Claire, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Do you know Andy before, or are you here for the first time? You do know Andy, okay.
Yeah, so I'd signed up to TEFL Heaven now back in January. I'm hoping to go to Vietnam in August. It'll be my first time doing anything like this. It'll be a really new experience, but really looking forward to it and excited about the opportunity, really.
Where are you from?
I'm from Yorkshire in England,
Which part?
like near Manchester. It's called Halifax, but it's not very well known.
Halifax, yeah, well, I've got the bank account.
Okay.
But I've been in Halifax before. I had a dentist there, would you believe?
Okay.
So I travelled to, is it Elland? No, not Elland.
Yeah, there is a place called Elland, if that's.
It must be Elland. Yeah, it is Elland, actually. Little dentist in Elland. I went there and he gave me root canal treatment. But I used to live in Leeds.
Oh, fairly close then.
Yeah, love Leeds. Love the Leeds accent as well. So let's share a little bit then for Andy's. Andy, this is going to be you next. Oh, hold on. Let me just go to the right screen. Okay, so that was game time. Top 3 destinations. So we really just shared a little bit about the 3. What do we have? We've got Mexico, Thailand, and Vietnam, right? But we can talk about other ones as well if you want to chat about other ones. So Andy, take it away.
Yeah, so right now, most of the programs, most of the destinations are going ahead. However, some have been slightly adapted due to COVID. But the top 3 destinations right now, I would say is Mexico, Thailand, and also Vietnam. Mexico right now because there's no quarantine on arrival. So, that's ideal. You don't have to stay in a hotel for a week or 2. But Mexico has always been a popular destination anyway. But yeah, right now, no lockdown, restaurants, bars, schools, all open right now. Also, it's low living costs compared to a salary you earn as a qualified TEFL teacher as well. So you can save quite comfortably, you can live quite well there as a teacher as well. And the training is in person, so it's 4 weeks in a beachside resort called Puerto Vallarta. I think I pronounced it right. So that's where you do the training. So Mexico right now is probably the #1 destination. Then we have Thailand. So I'm slightly biased towards Thailand because it's where I did my program. It's where Mike is right now, obviously, as well. So there is no lockdown in Thailand, if that's right, Mike. Is that right?
No, there's no lockdown. It's just life is normal. You wear a mask. That's it.
Yeah. So there's like social distancing, masks are still involved there as well, but there's no lockdown.
Not even social distancing, man.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So the thing about Thailand is there is a quarantine on arrival. I think it is going to change next month. So right now it's 14 days. If you have your vaccination, that'll be down to 7 days in a hotel. Is that right, Mike? Do you know anything about that?
I think that they actually even just changed it now to no quarantine from July. I think literally today, but I'd have to check my emails because I got an email from a news outlet. But I think
yeah. So Thailand is opening up again for tourism as well. We know that. So right now there is a quarantine. Hopefully soon there won't be. But again, similar to Mexico, Thailand is probably the most popular teacher abroad location because of the cheap living costs. Again, you earn close to double as a qualified teacher in Thailand as well. So yeah, if you don't mind quarantining for a few days, Thailand is still a great option as well. I think in the group we have here, most of you are signed up for programs apart from Thomas. Is that right? So yeah, so I think we have a few for South Korea, Vietnam. Who else do we have?
Where you
Amy is Japan, right?
Yeah, Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's only you, Thomas, who's not on a program right now. But the last option is what I recommend right now is Vietnam. Very similar to Thailand. No lockdown, but there is a quarantine period right now. I think it still is 14 days, but hopefully by the time you go, Claire, it will be no quarantine, hopefully. But yeah, these are very popular destinations right now because there's no lockdown. It's cheap living costs as well. Also, I just want to mention as well, places like Costa Rica, Guatemala, Peru, no quarantine on arrival for these destinations as well. So we do have 14 different destinations and only 2 of those are not available as we speak. So there's still plenty of options, but most of you guys have already chosen anyway.
Yeah, and COVID's going away as well, gradually, and things are opening up. So it's good. 2021 is the year. So we have sent thousands of people abroad. It's actually what we love to do. Our lives have been changed. I actually had this did have loads of our students on it, and Kate, my assistant, didn't realize what she was doing. So she put some stock images there. But this person here, can you even see my scroll? Oh yeah, you can, yeah. So this person here is a student of ours. This person here also, this person here. There was lots of them, this one here as well. But yeah, so when you go abroad, it does change your life forever. It changed my life forever. It gives you confidence. It gives you a new sense of life. It gives you an opportunity to learn a new culture, to learn a new language, to meet new people. And it's kind of weird. It does this little tricky thing to your brain where you realize that the life that you were brought up in, the life that you lived up till that point is not the same type of life as everybody in the whole world has. And that really like made my brain go all twisty. I was just like, whoa, like Like when you see people living in poverty, for example, or like you see some Thai kids who haven't got the greatest of educations, and you're like, wow, like I really did grow up in a privileged place. And so it opens your eyes to many, many things. And also us in the Western world, we love our health and safety. And in a lot of other countries, they don't really pay attention to that as much. So that's a bit weird. You have to be on your toes, like, oh, like pay more attention because things haven't been checked as much. So it's just weird little like things like that as well.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to head off. I've got a tutor science in a second, so I'll have to say goodbye.
Okay, Amy, awesome. Good to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
See you later. We're just a bit finished. So I just want to share with you, this is my family. We're a family business. And if you want to apply or get an info session, you can go on the website and do so. And do you have any questions, basically? No questions from Claire. Alex is saying.
Yeah, I just want to say, Mike, thank you for your TEFL Taster. And if you guys do have any questions for me, I'm still available. You can ask me anything. Even though you are just booked onto programs already, feel free to reach out. Yeah, and hopefully Thomas, you'll be next.
Well, you can speak Thai now, Thomas, so you can come to Thailand. At least you can say like, touch my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't.
Ah, you can speak more Thai. You just said thank you. Okay, well, thank you everybody then. If there's no questions, and nice to meet you. Thank you for being good sports and participating in my TEFL Taster for the first time online. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you, and we will see you and talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.